Cumulus Media Station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam.
Let's hit the no-name movie game theme. Do we have that?
have our theme guy.
The no.
It's actually Kevin singing.
Old. Okay, here we go.
It's the no-name movie
It's
game.
the no-name movie game. It's the no-name, and it's lame. It's the no-name movie game. Roula Ryan are trying to win, and I'm blah, 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 blah.
104.1 KRBE.
All right.
With Eric.
Yeah, you got to know your movies, though, when you
Yeah,
play
it
this
was
game.
old.
And it could really cover any decade. It's all over the place.
All
The
right, so
key
here's
is
how
they have
this
to be
works.
popular movies.
Yeah.
Popular movies.
No
We
artsy
cannot- We
fartsy.
can't say the names, any words that are in the title, except for the. Like the articles are fine. A and the is fine.
Yeah.
We cannot say the names of the actors, the directors, the character names of the movie. We have decided that the DeLorean is a character name, Eric. You cannot say that if it's Back to the Future.
That makes sense.
The
That's the
DeLorean
brand
is-
name of the car, yeah.
But you could just the car the doors go up.
Yeah,
Right,
you could
that
say
describe
silver
in the
car.
Right. So here's what we have up for grabs. It is a chance to get a pair of tickets to see Kesha at the Cynthia Woods Winter Pavilion, a pair of tickets to RuPaul's Drag Race Work the World Tour 2025 at Smart Financial, and 4 passes to the Pride Houston Festival. We've got 4 contestants, Sean, Ashley, Jessica, and Carolina, and they are all standing by to try and win these tickets based on how well we can describe the movies to them. They have 60 seconds to try and max out 8 movies. Whoever has the most movies guessed at the end of their round is going to win.
You can always say pass, come back to it. Don't worry
Quite
about it.
often do.
All right. So
And it's fun to play in the car, see how many you can get right.
Uh-huh.
Because
All
a
right.
lot of times the people I play with,
Okay. All right.
It's frustrating, yeah.
And then people are going, "It's so easy." It's because you're in the car.
Should we just go, I guess, in
Down
the
the
order
order,
that they
yep.
came in? So
Okay.
Sean got in first. He's playing along with me. Hi,
right.
Sean. Good morning.
Good morning, Roula. How are you?
Well,
right.
I don't know how I'm feeling, Sean. Honestly, this game makes me want to pee my pants because it's so stressful.
Nah,
for
you're always
pressure.
the winner in this. Come on now.
Well, I don't know what movies are coming at me, and if I haven't seen them, I got to say pass. I'll do my best. So when I say pass, or you say pass, if we're not getting it fast enough, we have 60 seconds
Especially
to
the
try
first,
and get it.
I always tell people the first 2 or 3, if you don't know right away within like 5 seconds,
Don't get hung up.
Pass 'em, pass
you
'em.
can always come back to it.
Okay, so we have 8 movies on this list. Who's going to show me my movies?
Ahmad's gonna-
Ahmad's
I got
gonna
you.
show me my movies.
He's going to show the camera too so we can.
And then Sean
And
will
if
try
you
and get
say
as many as we
any word that's part of the film title, you'll hear this. You move on.
can. Okay.
Here we go.
Sean, here we go. It's the No Name Movie Game on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric and KRBE.
3, 2, 1.
This is a movie about October 31st. What's that holiday?
Oh.
What's that holiday?
Independence Day.
No, October 31st. October 31st.
I thought you said, excuse me, Friday.
Say it.
Pass.
Okay, this is not slow and calm, but what's the opposite of slow and calm? It's a movie about cars that race. It's not slow and
Pass.
calm. Oh my God. Okay, he said.
Jesus.
What? He said pass. He said pass.
No, it's not about that either.
No,
That's the Christ.
this is the movie about God. Just pass this one. I can't do it fast enough. Okay, this is a movie where you are aggressive with each other, and you're all in a group, and you don't talk about this aggressive group. You're aggressive. And
A
you're,
hangover?
No, you're aggressive with each other, and you don't talk about it. You can't talk about this aggressive group that you're in. Okay, we're passing.
the aggressive
The
part
next
works.
one.
No.
The next one. This is a man who turns into a miraculous.
You said
Oh,
part of the
dang
word.
it.
Dang it.
Spider-Man.
It's so
Oh,
good.
That's it.
wow.
0 points.
Wow.
Hold on, just
Yeah.
double check.
You
Listen,
should have said-
Hold on. I'm not going to say what I
Okay.
should have said, Ryan. You do this every time.
Okay,
I would
sorry.
like to double check something here, Sean. You did hear me say October 31st, right? October 31st.
That's
What's that
Independence Day.
holiday?
Yeah, my phone's kind of breaking up, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It's Halloween.
Sure.
It was Halloween.
we gotta put you on hold just
the
in
Fast
case.
And the
It's
Furious,
Halloween.
Fight Club.
I know, I shoot
The Matrix
fireworks
had
off on
passed,
October
Then
31st.
Spider-Man. Okay, Sean, we didn't get
I
any
mean, like I
points.
said,
We're
my
out.
I
No,
know,
I'm
dude. We're
driving.
just
It's
messing
fine,
with you.
it's fine, it's
It's
fine,
okay.
Sean.
It's
Hold
okay,
on.
Sean.
You're still
You
in
might
the game.
have
You're still in the
chance.
running. We could all get 0.
We
So.
might get 0. Okay, next one up. We've got
I'm gonna dress like Uncle
Ashley.
Sam for.
Stop, guys. Stop, guys.
Jokes are
Ashley's
limitless.
up next. We're trying to
Who's next?
run out of time.
Yeah, who's going
Ashley's
next?
up
Next,
next with Eric.
Okay.
All right.
I just gotta be one.
It is the no-name movie
Let's see
game.
one.
Can't say any names. I said man, so Spider-Man was out. Okay,
All
here
right.
we go. Ashley, can you hear us? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, we just need to at least get one.
The number to win is 1.
Here we go.
All right.
You want more
3,
than one because they
Yeah.
might beat you.
3, 2, 1.
This movie had like 3 of them. It had prequels as well. And then this creepy guy goes, "Precious." And pass. Well, we might be in trouble. Okay. These people go to these where people go to get their nuptials, and they go to that place and they like to eat their food, drink their food, and they're not invited to the place, but they go every weekend to these places. And pass. Oh, my God. I might not get this. Pass. I don't know that one. Oh man, I'm gonna suck too. Sweep the leg, Johnny. This guy's gotten bullied.
You said the name. Can't say name.
Character name.
Son of a. Oh, this guy. He's a chubby guy, and he takes a pill to lose lots of weight. And I don't know this movie too much. I'm gonna do this as bad as you. Dang it!
Yes, watch the language.
They're vampires, and they're teenagers.
Twilight.
And it's before
Twilight?
that. It's way before that, the 80s. And they're going, and they can't find their way around because they are.
Time.
Oh my God! I sucked too.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Back-to-back zeros.
It was the Lost Boys.
I sucked on that
It
one.
was Wedding
That's not your
Crashers,
fault.
Lord of the Rings, and the one he passed on because he didn't know it was Inside Out. So he couldn't even
What was the
describe
first
it.
one? Yeah, Lord of the
It
Rings.
was Lord of the Rings, Wedding Crashers,
Either do it or you
Inside
don't.
Out, the Lost Boys.
My
Okay.
precious, that should have
All right.
triggered anybody that knows it. So.
All right, here we go. 0-0. So Sean's got a chance. Ashley's got a chance.
Who's
See,
next?
I told you he's going to get one.
Unless Jessica and Ahmad get some points. The no-name movie game. Man, is
the
it
way
a
it's
Monday or
going,
what?
yeah.
All
right, who's holding up Ahmad's movies?
All right, Jessica is going to be
got 'em.
guessing
Okay.
Ahmad's
No.
movies.
Actually, I have them.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have them, right?
All
Okay.
right.
So Eric is going to have your movies, Ahmad. Jessica, if you don't know it, say pass. So far, there's a 0 score.
Jessica, do not let me down.
And you don't let Jessica down,
I
Ahmad.
won't either. I won't
All right,
either.
Jessica, can you
Yeah.
hear us? Are you ready? You got us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Here we go. No name movie game on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric and KRBE.
3, 2, 1. This movie it's a slasher film. A character. Yes.
All right.
A pink and a green lady. It's a musical.
Wicked.
Yes. This is about ghost hunters. They go to different houses and feel for spirits.
Ghostbusters.
Pass. This guy, he reads everything on the teleprompter.
Anchorman.
Yes. Dinosaurs. They're
Jurassic Park.
yes. They're searching for treasure. They're young teens. It's 80s.
Pass.
All right. I can't say her name. Machine Man. He's a man. I'll be back.
Pass.
All right. Nerds. You put your fingers up and there's a space between them. They're on a ship. First interracial kiss on TV. Pass.
That's it.
It was Star
You
Trek,
did well.
that last one.
Nerds.
Terminator, Goonies, The Goonies.
The Goonies.
That was pretty good, though.
That was really good.
Conjuring.
You did well.
Yeah, the
What-
Conjuring.
How many
you got
did he get?
4 of them.
4.
Jessica, you got 4.
All right.
You're
Pretty
in
good.
the
That's
lead.
fantastic. 0-0-4.
Yeah.
Woo,
So my
Jessica.
number to win would be 5.
Yes.
Now, hold on. That means Sean can hang up and Ashley can hang up. It's over for us, guys. We didn't.
Yeah.
have
All right,
points.
guys.
So now Jessica's in the lead, and unless Carolina gets 5 or ties, Jessica will win. So let's see what happens with Ryan and Carolina. Carolina, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Carolina. So just remember, if you feel like you're stuck on it, just pass. Because we can always come back.
So you could, I just got to make sure I can see. Or about you see, make sure you call them.
Okay, got you.
I can't see.
Do you wanna do it?
No, you do it.
Okay.
Just, Ahmad, you pay
Make sure
attention.
he doesn't.
Make sure the camera sees it. Okay.
I feel like you got these last time.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
No, those are due because they were all
Okay.
shuffled.
Okay. Carolina, you have 60 seconds. Ryan's going to try and describe the movies. If you get 5, you win. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Tell
Go.
them when.
A cheerleading movie. Cheerleading movie.
Bring it on.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is. He has a red, white, and blue costume. A star on his chest. Has a shield.
Superman.
No, he has a shield that he throws. It's circular shield. He's part
Flash.
of.
Pass.
Okay.
Pass, pass.
Okay. I don't know that one. Pass. Oh, she's a prostitute, and he pays $3,000 to have her for the week. But then they end up falling in love. Women love this
Pretty
movie.
Woman?
Yes.
You said women though, but hey.
Pretty
I can't-
Woman. Sorry.
Yeah, pass, Roula.
Oh, my God.
I can't see it.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh God. It's a dream inside a dream inside a dream. Oh God. Pass.
Pass.
I can't see. Okay. Oh, this is where you go to gamble in Las Vegas. What's it called? You know, when you walk into a blank to gamble?
Casino.
Yes. Oh, he's...
Time.
Oh, crap. What was it?
Oh, no.
It wasn't enough.
It's a tie?
No, you didn't
I only
get
got
five.
3?
Yeah.
Joker was the one he was about to try and describe to you. Casino,
Yeah, Pretty
Inception,
Woman, and-
Bring It On.
The substance.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't even know what the substance is about.
That's the Demi Moore movie.
I know, but I don't know what it's about.
She drinks that serum and she becomes the young person that grows
That's the
out
only
of
thing
her
I know
body.
about it, that part.
And Captain America is the one you said
Oh,
Superman.
I thought you had that one.
Yeah,
You
Captain
were
America.
close.
He has a
You were
star in his
close.
chest, and if you don't know
All right.
comics, that's fine.
Jessica, you're the winner with a mug.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You got Kesha at the Cynthia Woods Pavilion. You and a guest are going to that. You and a guest are going to RuPaul's Drag Race at Smart Financial Center. And you and 3 guests are going to the Pride Houston Festival with passes. Congratulations, Jessica.
Thank you. I never win anything.
Now you're a winner.
It is a Monday,
And
too.
someone did make a good point, though, but I mean, you killed all of us because you said dinosaurs. I mean, that's pretty much.
That's it,
please.
yeah.
That's the DeLorean. Dinosaurs.
I don't feel it's the same.
Now, if I had
DeLorean
said...
is a
if I
brand
said-
name. Dinosaur is a species.
We went out to 10 people and
Right.
said dinosaurs to 10 people. Movie, dinosaurs.
They bring dinosaurs back
the
to
land
life.
before time.
Yeah, it
You
could
could
have
have said
been. I mean, a
any
dinosaur
That's
is
an
a
easy
dinosaur.
one.
No, a DeLorean is a name brand of a car.
I mean, it's a fair win.
no,
It
I
is
counted. I'm
100%
just
a
saying.
fair
but
win.
I could see
Listen,
why
let
people
me
would say
have
that.
this. I haven't won rapid fire in like 6 months.
But you killed everybody.
That's so fun. Oh, God. the
No, if
movie
I had
movie
said
game.
he was the first Avenger, Avenger would have been a...
That one back. That's a name.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
yeah.
And yeah, women, pretty woman. Can't say women, it's a lady.
Yeah. A
It's
lady of the
that
night.
gets paid
okay.
to do people.
It was $3,000 or was it $2,000?
It was $3,000
think
because
it's
the original
$3,000.
name of Pretty Woman was supposed to be $3,000.
Yeah, I remember that from the movies that made us.
Yes, watch the movies that made us. It's really unbelievable.
You see what
how they
inflation
turned
is
that
from
into
then.
it.
Yeah, what
year
would
was
she
that?
be now? It's so
was that?
funny
That was
because
89 or 88,
literally for like
91?
30 years, Disney's highest grossing film was about a hooker.
But it wasn't Disney.
No,
Dis-
Disney owned it.
I understand that, but you're
Touchstone
saying it like
Pictures.
Disney Pictures. Disney did not release that,
Here,
y'all,
let me
like
look.
Little Mermaid. It was Touchstone. They created a new movie company
just to do
so they could
rated
have
R
some
films.
higher, more adult, more mature content, not just cartoons. What
It'd be
year was it?
$7,700.
Woo!
7777.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. So she's
For
getting
1 week.
she's getting almost $8,000 for a week and put up in that place.
That's a
I'm
pretty
in the
good
wrong
deal.
business.
Yeah.
Oh, Mod, you know what you got to do now.
OnlyFans.
So it's like we can all say
Okay.
we want that, but someone's going to want to be willing to pay us.
Right, exactly.
They'd pay me to leave.
Coming up next, somebody has
Hey,
called
you got
us.
$50 for the week?
And they need some help on our listener line at 713-278-VENT. That's 8368 on your phone. She has a really tough situation because she's estranged from her parents and her kids don't know why. And it seems like it's time to tell them and she doesn't know how to handle that. We'll explain next on The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Time for group therapy on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
All right, here's how this works. Y'all can reach out to us at any time of the day on the listener line. 713-278-VENT. That's 8368 on your phone. Whether you are listening live with us right now or you make a habit to listen to us later in the day on podcasts or you go back and you listen to some other days that we have
get a
posted
lot,
up there that you
Roula.
missed.
I will
We get
say,
a lot of calls.
if you do listen, and some people go, oh, I'm just catching up. I'm listening to say Wednesday's show.
Yeah.
And they want to leave a comment. Just kind of explain what the comment's for.
Oh, I was listening to this
Yeah.
segment where you were talking about blah, blah, blah.
That helps us.
That really does, and then we know how to
Because
set
we
it
don't
up.
know which podcast date you're listening to, and then when you leave the comment, we're like, wait, what's that connected to?
Just
What's
like
that
5
connected
seconds.
to?
Like, I heard you on Wednesday talk about this,
Yeah.
and I think this.
But we do
Right.
constantly check it, so.
And then randomly
It will
people
be
just
heard.
call us on their own with their own stuff because they would like our opinion or the opinion of the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric listening audience. Like this woman who left this call on the listener line.
When I was 19, I left home and I knew that I had to do better because my family, my mom and my dad, they were really abusive and they would drink all the time and it was a very toxic environment. So I knew I had to get out of there. I got out, did really well for myself, went to school, and then I eventually met the love of my life and I got married. My family is everything to me and they're ideal. So my kids are at an age, they're in elementary school now. They had a project where they had to figure out the family tree, and they started asking questions like, we know about Pop with Dad, and they want to know more about my side of the family, and I've been really struggling with that. I do know how to get in contact with them, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to be the best thing. If I don't let them reach out or get to know their grandparents, what would be the best way to kind of limit this curiosity that they're starting to have? They're 9 and 10, and they're starting to get really curious about things, and I don't know what to do.
All right, 833-390-KRBE. That's 833-390-5723. If you've been through something like this or you have some kind of suggestion for her.
Because none of us have this kind of experience where we've dealt with.
I wouldn't know what to say.
Like the shame of your family, and your kids want to know, why don't you talk to each other?
It depends on how mature your children are. Like a 10-year-old's pretty mature.
Yeah, but do you want to tell them all that you can't say?
You don't want to tell them all the graphic
stuff.
Because just when we think they might be mature enough to hear something, we don't realize how much damage that's doing. If they're hearing something negative
you're
like
10
that.
and you heard your mom was being abused or hurt.
And the parents were drinking all the time. I mean,
I guess you could say they were not good for me, and they hurt mommy, and I don't think they're good for you.
Then they start thinking, what does that hurt mean to them?
They caused me, I don't know. God,
maybe you don't have to describe it. Just say, maybe I don't.
They weren't nice to me. They weren't
good to me, and I decided to move on.
And I'm worried.
But then the kids will be like,
you.
"Wait, you can do that?
You can leave
your parents? I never want to leave you."
I wish I had
833-390-KRBE. Maybe somebody listening has been through this,
or a therapist,
and they can tell
know
us
what to say.
How best to help our listener describe her estranged family relationship to her children who are now asking about it. 9 and 10 years old, abusive, terrible parents that she left at 19. What does she say? Should she sugarcoat it and lie to them and say, "Oh well, they're far away, we don't see each other," or do you say the truth but try and do a 9 to 10-year-old
version? Well, like I said,
developmentally emotional version of it.
You know your kids, and when my daughter was 10, she was very mature, and I could talk to her about this kind of subject matter. But not everybody's like
still
that.
10. We think our kids are mature, Ryan, but we don't realize how much.
I don't want to
scar. My kids are mature now, 14 and 16. I don't feel comfortable if my dad was abusive to me, and so bad that I didn't even want. I left him at 19 and never saw him again.
Yeah,
I know we'll take the calls here in a second.
That's a really tough one.
833-390-KRBE. Nydia's up first. Hi, Nydia. Good morning.
Hold on. Sorry.
Hang on one second.
Hi, Nydia. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning, y'all.
Hey.
How are y'all?
Hi.
We're fine. Now, you heard that call. What would be your suggestion or your advice?
My advice is she should have a conversation with them if she feels like they're mature enough to handle it, but leave out the darkness. You know what I mean? Give them the kid version of it.
Sanitize.
So it kind of limits get rid of the curiosity. And when they're older, you can say, "Hey, you're more mature now. This is what actually happened, and I was just protecting you."
I think the worst thing you could say is say, "No, we're not talking about that. You can't talk about your grandpa and grandma. We don't need to know about that." The worst, I think, advice we could all agree on, right, Nydia, is to say you can't know about that, and no, the answer is no, because that just makes them so curious.
Well, that's human nature.
What's your
You're
problem?
really going to want to know then.
Yeah.
Well, kids are the worst. Kids are the worst because they're pretty smart. So if you say no, I'm not going to tell you, they're going to dig. They're going to snoop through your stuff. They're going to find your phone. They're going to find emails. Kids are like little detectives, and they're good at it. So if you can just sugarcoat it to where they kill by curiosity, when they get older, tell them. But if you feel like they're not ready for that darkness, don't plant that seed, because then all they're going to think about, my grandparents did this, they did that, this or that. And it's going to drive them crazy. And then they're going to start really wanting to know more. So you just have to kill it. They look it in the butt, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just nicely and sugarcoat it. That's the best way.
Nip it in the bud. Okay.
It wasn't a healthy environment for me. I had to escape that environment. All right, Nydia, thank you so much. We're moving on to Sarah up next at 833-390-KRBE. For those just tuning in, a woman on the listener line left a message. Her kids are 9 and 10. She's estranged from her family because they were abusive and terrible. She left them at 19. Now the kids had some questions about why don't you talk to grandpa and grandma.
Yeah, we only know about dad's side of the family.
So, Sarah, what's your advice? Good morning.
Hi. So I am currently dealing with something like this. And for me, I recommend that she tell her kids, hey, your grandparents are dealing with an illness, and it's not best for them to be around kids. So when you get older, then I can talk to you about it. I can talk to you more about the illness, because any kind of, I guess, emotional abuse or neglect is some sort of abuse, right? So, like I said, I have some sort of experience with this because I am one of 6, and I'm raised by an immigrant. I was raised by an immigrant mother. I have immigrant parents, but at the same time, there's all this expectation of taking care of your parents, to come with me, and I did the best I could. A lot of my problems are with my mom, especially because my dad's deceased, started when I got married, and then to when I had kids, I found that I was constantly being abused because I am the oldest one of my siblings, and I have given so much. I've gone back. We've been estranged for like a few months, all that, but now it's like too much. So my kids are aware of their grandmother, but I have decided this is it for me. I have to take some time off. Now it's looking like it might be years. And they're going to ask me what's going on. I'm going to be like, oh, you're suffering from some illness.
But did they not ask you questions about, like, oh, what kind of illness do they have? Is this something I can catch?
I haven't told them yet. I haven't told them yet, but I said if I do, that's the thing. She's not even that involved in their lives for them to, like, miss her.
Yeah, I was going to say,
like,
Sarah,
she shows
is it
up
like
as a matter of convenience.
Yeah, is it something that they'd be worried about her? Like, oh, what is she sick from? It's not that kind of empathy towards...
And they can still want to pick up the phone. Well, can I at least talk to them on the phone? I can't catch anything that way.
Yeah, I see what you mean, but I don't know. I haven't thought about it, but I feel like I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But yeah, it's just a lot. Like I said, verbal and emotional and mental abuse. It's just not okay on the part from a parent to an adult. To an adult child, and I've tried my best to be respectful and to keep that relationship, and but it's just not right. Like one time twice, I have 3 kids. 2 out of my kids, she did not call on their birthdays just to hurt me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's sad.
She verbally said, well, I will get at your kids just to hurt you. So what's the point?
That's terrible.
Exactly.
And I'm so sorry that you're having to go through something like that.
Take
That is
Michael
awful.
on line 5 because his mother-in-law is addicted to crack.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so if you're just tuning in real quick before Michael tells us a story, a woman called her listener line. She has 2 kids, 9 and 10 years old. She's estranged from her parents because at 19 years old, she had to leave them. They were emotionally abusive. They had a lot of problems, and they're not in her life. Now the kids are wondering, what's the story? Why don't we have grandpa and
Kids are
grandpa in our
curious. They want to
lives?
know. Michael's got to deal with that with
How
his
does she
kids
explain
and their
it?
mother, their grandma.
Michael, hi. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Sounds like it's a little easier for us right now than it is for you. What's going on with your mom and your kids?
Or mother-in-law?
So it's
mother-in-law.
as I said, it's a complicated situation that she's obviously going through. And what I really wanted to point out is the relationship with your parents is never going to be the same as the relationship between the grandparents and their kids.
Yes.
So you're getting if you're the grandkid, usually you're getting the ice cream and the cookie version.
Yeah.
As where when you're a kid, you're getting you need to do better, you should be better, or maybe you were estranged or whatever the case is. So in my instance, my kids have a relationship with my mother-in-law, who she was a crackhead for 23 years. Wow. And we recently found out that she fell back off the horse and she's back addicted. Now, my kids have no clue that is going on or has gone on.
Mm-hmm.
The version that they've had of her, Nana's always been Nana. Nana's, buying them things.
How much have they been around her?
They've been around her quite a bit, but never to the point where we've ever left them alone.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
No kidding.
Right.
If you
If
know
we're
she's
gonna
been on crack for 23 years. I can't imagine you want to leave your kids
We're
with
going to
her.
go, we might see the situation, evaluate it, and then decide what we're doing from there.
Did they
But
ever ask, though? Did they ever ask?
them alone.
Did the kids ever ask, why can't we spend the night at Nana's house?
I think they may have, you know what I mean? And it's never, we're like, well, Nana had too many things going on. And we kind of leave it at that. I know at some point in time they'll start to catch on and ask questions, and that's why we keep them guarded in that way. But all I want to say is, if they're curious, obviously you're going to put them you're going to maybe meet somewhere in public, or you're going to do something to keep them safe, obviously, because obviously the kids are the priority. But just don't expect that whatever happened to you as a kid is going to happen to them.
Okay,
right?
so maybe you're saying what? Try and give the grandparents a chance, the woman who left us the message?
I would give them a chance. I would meet them maybe somewhere publicly.
But
maybe
in her
if you
case,
don't
though,
have
hold on a
them,
second,
maybe
Michael.
they
In
don't
her
know
case,
where your address
hold
is,
on a second,
right?
Michael. In her case, she does not talk to them.
They've never been around her.
They've never been around the kids, and that's why the kids want to know what's the dirty on your parents.
like,
Why
who
can't
are
we see
these
them?
people?
Where are they?
That might bring up more emotions for that daughter when she goes to see her parents, their
For
grandparents.
sure, it's going to trigger pain.
So I hear what you're saying. Like, don't expect your parents to treat your kids the way they treated you. I get that, but they're not a presence in these kids' lives. They just want to know why. So
I'd probably tell them the truth.
I would tell them a kid-sized version of what they can handle for the truth. So
You don't have
know
to
what?
go into graphic
It wasn't
details.
a healthy environment for me at my house with my mom and dad. They did not treat me well. They did not treat me right. I was hurting a lot when I was with them, so I had to walk away from them. I know it's hard to understand that because I would never want you to walk away from me, and I would never let you walk away from me because I love you so much. But in that case, it was really bad, and that's why we don't see them. Is that good enough?
No, kids will still ask why. They'll still ask more.
But why?
Kids are going to ask why all day long.
Keep it simple and vague.
But why?
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Why?
If anybody has any advice, y'all go to the listener line at 713-278-VENT. We can forward it along to the woman who left that message. She can hear it back on podcast and whatnot because that's, I know, how a lot of people consume our show. And thanks for coming to us with questions like this. Now, coming up next, I am not a fan of talking about this subject matter that's coming up next in Scoop, but I'm going to have to because it's a Ryan Reynolds movie. And, you know, Deadpool did great. I mean, that's on Disney Plus. You know, that
biggest grossing R-rated movie
down
of
on
all
black
time.
and white paper, you'd be like, this is crazy. Disney would
One of
never
them.
have this movie.
But they want money.
What is the next project Ryan Reynolds is bringing us? And I'm not okay with the title of it.
I
The
wanna
kids
hear
will
it.
laugh. You guys will laugh. Okay, find out next in Scoop on KRVE.
From Hollywood to H-Town.
Celebrity Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Taquerias Arandas. And, you know, there's it's a buzzword on the radio when people are eating breakfast. There's certain things we don't talk about, certain things we do. If you listen to the opening break of this show, you may have barfed up your breakfast based on Eric's medical conditions and the tests that he's doing for health updates and whatnot. We won't go there. But related to that, Ryan Reynolds, his company Maximum Effort, is producing a movie. And the title of the actual animated film for children is I Eat Poop.
Whoa. Okay.
It is based on a children's book. The full title is I Eat Poop, a dung beetle story. And it's about a dung beetle named Dougie who starts at a new school in a new town where he struggles to hide who he is and what he eats until a series of mysterious disappearances begin plaguing the town and the community comes to understand the importance of being different.
Okay.
But he's just going to call the movie I Eat Poop.
Hey,
It'll
it's
be huge
gonna,
with 6-year-olds.
Yeah, the kids are going to love hearing that title.
I don't remember that book coming into my library for my children at all when I was a child. I mean, as I've been raising them, my youngest is 10. So you'd think I would have at least seen it on the shelves at Barnes & Noble.
But it sounds really like it's an allegory, like it's trying to teach a lesson. You know?
Well, here's the
This
crazy
is
thing
what I have
connected
to
to
do.
this.
I hope so.
There is a skin condition that you can get, like you can get like a rash, and the treatment for the rash is beetle poo.
Uh-huh.
Do you know this?
I've never heard of that.
It
no.
is like this acid
Paul
that
McCartney's?
dermatologists have. What?
No, go ahead.
Gross, Eric. There's like an acid that dermatologists have, and they were talking about. I saw this thing about it, and they were talking about, oh, this is the extraction of the beetle, whatever. And I go, how'd they figure that one out? I mean, it comes from like the tribes of wherever,
Because
they
there's been
figured out their
medicinal
environment and how they
cures
can help
for-
it. Yeah,
since the beginning of civilization.
Those tribes find it. Like we talked about old wives,
tails.
stuff that they've done in other
Wrap an
villages.
onion on your ankle to
Like-
keep the swelling down.
Yeah.
We think we're so
Yeah.
arrogant. We like to think that our current generation is the only
That's all the
smart
science.
human beings had science. Like they discovered like elderberry is like a natural, it's nature's antibiotic.
Aloe vera, those aloe leaf things.
Yeah.
They chop
We've
those.
known that for years about sunburns, the aloe vera leaves.
I mean, they found
No,
those
but I'm
back
just
in
saying.
hundreds
Yeah.
of years ago. They had those, and they figured it out.
It's not like we suddenly
but here's
became
the weird
smart.
thing. It's one thing about chopping off a leaf and being like, oh, what's this extraction? Oh, it got on my skin. Look at that. It's actually having to squeeze a beetle's butt to get the stuff out of it. And be like, wow, look at this. This is medicinal. How? I would just love to just go back in time and just observe that. Like when somebody figured out, look at this bug. I just squeezed it, and look what happened.
But you
my
can say
cut is
that
better.
it's out of necessity.
It's so weird.
You can say that about almost anything.
Popcorn, did
Like,
they
at what
find
point
out?
did somebody
What
look
popcorn?
at like an ugly chicken and say, "I bet that tastes good," and ate it? For the
Well,
first
that's out of
time.
necessity, Ryan. That's all about starving and surviving.
Popcorn probably had like a lightning hit a field of their corn and.
Yeah, how'd they
Pop the
realize
kernel.
that if you pop the corn, like if you heat the corn up,
Are there
well,
those
maybe
kernels?
it popped because they were heating it up. Like in my parents' country in Greece, when I'd go there as a kid, even now, they have like the food, the street food. You've seen it even here, the little char grill, and they're roasting the corn.
Yeah, but what made them think
and
for
then
the
eventually,
first
if it was
time?
too along on there, it would pop. It would pop, right?
But who would just
Well, sweet corn
look at a
does it.
kernel and say, "I bet I could eat that"?
Well, yeah,
Good
right.
point.
But I feel
Yeah,
like
like
it's
a
about
kernel, though, like-
your necessity would drive you to eat whatever. If all of us were thrown on an island and said, "This is your life now," we will find a way to eat things that we would have never thought to eat them. So that doesn't throw me. It's squeezing the bug and finding out the medicinal thing that throws me.
That's
Because you
weird.
had to have the ailment, and then you had to squeeze the bug's butt to get it on the ailment to see if it healed it. That's what blows my mind.
Probably just squished it. Like,
And
yeah,
they stepped
it
on
just
it.
came out and they said, "Hey,
and they
that
were
feels good.
barefoot.
That feels good on my sunburn."
yeah.
Or like we learned from our former intern Nick, which we nicknamed him Barbecue Chop because that was his dad's barbecue restaurant, that the raspberry and vanilla quote natural flavoring is like beaver butt juice or something.
It is.
gross.
No, it
Yeah,
is.
beaver glands.
Beaver glands.
From the gland of a beaver, yes.
So yeah, Ryan Reynolds production company making the animated movie I Eat Poop, a dung beetle story.
Someone said it came out in 21, October 2021.
Is that when that book came out?
Yeah.
Wow, already they're
It's
getting
not like an
a
old
movie
classic.
deal. Nice.
I eat poop.
Yeah, a dung beetle story, but he's just going to call
Tell
the
me
movie.
you got that audio.
Okay, let's move on to this.
Spotlight, finally.
Okay, so a lot of you, I know that you, Eric and Ryan both watched House of Cards on Netflix.
Loved it.
House of Cards was the very first series on a streaming service where we did not have to go to an alphabet network like ABC, CBS, NBC, whatever, to see a show, a series.
But every episode came out all at once. You got all 10 episodes at once.
Looking back, it was so weird when they did that.
Because nobody
Now
ever
it's so
done that.
normal.
Yeah, now you expect it and you're mad if they don't do that. Now
Well,
they're
now
trying to go
now-
backwards. Oh, we'll release it 1 week at a time.
Now it's
No,
for
sure.
Netflix has
Give
to
it all
stick
to
to
me.
what they're doing. Although now Netflix does the whole, we'll give you 6 of them, and then you got to wait 5
Break it.
months.
Yeah.
Here's
for the
Squid
next
Game.
6.
We got to wait till this month. I forgot what happened to the last 6 episodes.
the
Well,
problem.
Robin Wright was talking to Variety magazine, variety.com. You can read the article there too, about her time on House of Cards when it was proposed to her to be on this show. The producer, the creator, excuse me, David Fincher said, this is going to be the future. It's going to be revolutionary. Okay, well, look where we are now. He wasn't wrong. But she's talking about the pay gap between female actors and male actors in Hollywood, which has been a thing for years. And you're going to be surprised I'm saying this, but I'm kind of surprised she is not complaining, but throwing her nose, like thumbing her nose at this statement. I've always been under the impression that if you win an Academy Award in Hollywood, you absolutely go up in box office value or just hiring value.
Yeah.
Like you have an Oscar.
Good.
If you're at an audition and you are up against an Academy Award winner, they have more weight than you because they have an Oscar. And they're probably going to get paid more because they got the Oscar. It doesn't matter if you're just as worthy as them. They have an Oscar. So it's kind of like your accolades. Like with any job,
Yep.
you have
your
something
resume.
else that has shown that you have achieved something amazing.
But what's her
and
problem?
She says in this Variety article that they did not pay her the same because Kevin Spacey had an Oscar. And that does not throw me.
He also had a much bigger part in the show.
No, but
Until
she
the end,
said
right?
it was.
Yeah,
it
the
was,
final season, it was her.
and it was her. But she said she had to fight for equal pay on that show because he had an Oscar. And I'm thinking, okay. But I guess when you dive deeper into the article, she gets annoyed because they did pay her almost equal, but they made it be 3 different jobs versus just putting it under the headline actress. Robin Wright Penn.
Was it the producer?
They
or
made
something?
her a director. They made her a producer. They said, we'll give you 3 different paychecks. It's just, why can't you just pay me as an actor? Because you didn't win an Academy Award. I mean, do we find offense to that? No. I mean, you want an Academy Award.
This is weird.
That's like it's like kind of like you earned your stripes.
Once again, I
Like
go
baseball.
back to the part where it's like if he's on screen for 58 minutes and she's on screen for 10, no, they shouldn't be paid the same.
Well, that's I don't think that really matters because Judi Dench, I don't know what she was paid for Shakespeare in Love, but she got the Oscar for 8 minutes on screen.
I'm sure she didn't make the same as like Ben Affleck or something.
No, probably not.
Well, Ben Affleck wasn't really the main. He probably got nothing. It was Joseph Fiennes that got the main. Or Gwyneth,
But Ben
who
Affleck
also won the Oscar.
He still probably made more than most of them.
Maybe.
He's
I
a
don't
name,
know.
Ben Affleck. Did he do Armageddon by then or no?
I don't think he did
What year was that?
Actually,
Shakespeare in
no,
Love?
it was
98,
94.
98. It was the same year.
Yeah, it was
It was
98.
the 98 Oscars was March, and Armageddon
He
came
had
out
already
later
done-
in Summer Blockbuster
Oh, yeah.
98.
Like 2 months later.
So it hadn't hit yet.
He had done some
But
big movies, though.
Is that just us being used to, hey, somebody has more cred than you, they should get paid more than you?
It's all about
then
money,
what's the-
Roula. You
then
follow
what's
the
the
money
reason
trail.
even trying to achieve any greatness then? If it's not going to be respected.
But
Right? If you had an Oscar, Eric, if you were an Oscar winner, 2-time Academy Award winner,
Yeah.
and I'm not well known at all, and I'm sitting here complaining like, well, how come I don't get what he gets? And you're going to be like, because I have 2 Oscars?
It's like Tom Cruise. He out of all that money, he makes 30% of that money for all Top Gun and for or Mission Impossible. He gets 30% of the budget. So that budget was $258 million. 30% of that went straight to him.
Which, by the way, that movie's become a financial fail.
And he brings it though. The
Well, he
guys-
took a chance on that because he believes in the project.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either yet. I guess it's something to see. I don't really know what movies there are to see, honestly, guys. I'm besides Lilo and Stitch coming up, and it's already out. What's that new one, Ahmad? The one that's
Train
coming
and
out
Dragon
next
just
week?
came out, made 80-some million.
That one, no, the animated one. God, what is it called?
An animated Elio.
Elio.
Yeah,
That's not
Elio.
out yet, but I was thinking, the kids wanted to go see a movie. I said, well, what's out? Elio wasn't out yet. They weren't interested in Lilo and Stitch. Isn't that interesting? I said, guys, Lilo and Stitch. Maybe because I
Do How to Train a
going with
Dragon
me.
and do the 4DX.
4DX,
I was going to do
yeah.
that yesterday, but I'm like, yeah, Daddy would not feel good if I do that.
Do you have to see the first one to understand this one?
I don't think so.
Is he
It's
locked in?
It
it's
is
a
the
live
first one.
action. Yeah, it's a live
So
action.
it's the same
remake.
story. It's just done live action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gerard Butler.
They weren't interested in Final Destination Bloodlines?
Oh, because of course. That's the first
oldest
one's in
might
line
be.
for that. Of course we were.
Your oldest would be.
No. Oh, God. My oldest algorithm on Netflix is terrifying. I can't even put the tiles on the screen without giving my 10-year-old nightmares. I go, what in the hell is Alexandra watching?
Because it pops up into the movie.
She's that personality that likes scary movies. It doesn't affect her.
But
And
they
I'm
don't
thinking,
each have their own
no.
profile?
They do have each their own profile, and that's when I saw Alexandra's all these scary movies. I go, what the heck are you watching? Should I be worried? What is
Hang out with
happening?
Ahmad. Ahmad loves that stuff.
Yeah, I was the same age when I was watching stuff like that.
Okay, so I guess, I mean, you're kind of growing up to be okay, so I guess I should. If you missed what happened on the Roses update today, we checked in with Rachel after she heard Peter want to go to a hotel with Judy. Get that Judy booty. You're going to get the recap and the update next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.